you can either go View, Overprint Preview, when finalizing the layout in a document in InDesign, you need to consider using alignment. Now at the moment, you can't see any of my guides and margins, and that's because I have the preview mode on. To turn the preview mode off, you just press W. And as you can see, all of my text box frames, my object frames, and my guides and my margins are all there. So what we need to think about is this alignment. So with our text, at the moment you can see that everything I've decided on in this layout, in this alignment, is left justified. And I've used the center column guide to line that up. But there are a few ways to do it. So just imagine that I don't have any guides in here. And I want to align these two items here so that they are left justified or center justified. So at the moment they're sort of out of skew. So there's a palette called the alignment tool palette. Now it sits up here as a default in the top toolbar, but it also is a tool panel. So if we go down to alignment, which is in objects and layouts, and turn the align tool on, there it is over here, just hiding. So in here, I'm going to expand that so it's out all the time, and down here. So what we need to do is have more than one item selected at a time, and you do that by clicking one item and holding shift down to click a second item. And you've got all these different options here, so I'm just going to pull that palette out so we can see it. So when we do it, we've got two items selected, and we can either hover over the top and it says align left edges, align horizontal, and align right. See the line that there's a line with two squares. Now those two squares represent the objects, and the line represents how they will align to that particular area. So left align, if you're watching the objects on the page, the text, they will then align with each other. The other thing to just be aware of, or I can go middle, and that's middle for the text frames. It's not for what's in the content inside it. It aligns text frames or object frames. And again to the right, and it's aligned those two items. We can fix that, and I'll show you in a second. The other thing you need to be aware of is at the moment we are aligning to a selection. So these two items are the selection, and so they're the only things that are being thought about. However, we can align it to the page as well. So if we uncheck there, check on align to page, and if we were to align center now, it'll align it to the center of the page. So I'm just going to go Control Z to undo that, and I'm just going to uncheck my boxes, and I'm just going to resize this, and you can do that by either dragging it in, or as I've done before, you can double click on the corner handle, and it does resize it. Same